Hey guys, 71579 here, and welcome to Okami HD. In this video, we will be starting our adventure. Once upon a time in a faraway land, there was a tiny village by the name of Kamiki. Legend tells of a horrible beast that threatened the residents. It also tells of the wolf that risked it all to protect them. Controlling the very fabric of existence, this wolf stood up against the beast many times his size and banished the darkness. This ethereal wolf's valiant act ushered in an era of tranquility. The villagers' hearts filled with respect and adoration of the wolf. There she is. I'm at that option. Alright.
Okami.
I forgot to go to options. But I will do that here in just a second. Alright. Sorry about that, I had to clear my throat. Oh hey, it's the story from the intro. Long ago, a tiny hamlet known as Kamiki lay nestled in a grove of... Okay, so it's a different story from the intro. Good. In a grove of proud and beautiful cherry blossoms. Each and every tree around the quiet herb was honored as a god. However, the village was not without its dark secrets. To satiate the appetite of Orochi, a fearsome cave-dwelling beast, a young maiden was offered as a sacrifice at the annual festival. With the body like a mountain and 8 heads mounted on necks the size of tree trunks, its blood-red eyes alone were said to curse anyone who gazed into them. No one dared disobey the horrific beast. When the night of the sacrifice drew near, a mysterious white wolf appeared outside the village. This wolf, its coat as brilliant as snow, was dubbed Shiranu. The wolf kept a watchful eye on anyone who ventured outside the village and made a habit of patrolling the streets at night. People assumed the wolf to be a familiar of Orochi. I help you, Samson. Samson's being nudgy. One villager took it upon himself to face the fearsome Shiranui. The warrior Nagi attempted many times to challenge the wolf, but his attempts were thwarted by Shiranui's swift movements. Before long, the night of the accursed festival had arrived. A white-plumed arrow heralded the coming sacrifice. Piercing the sky, the arrow sunk its shaft squarely into the home of Nagi, the village's most beautiful maiden. Nagi, harboring a secret love for Nagi, was enraged by this sign. Determined to put an end to Orochi once and for all, Nagi traveled to the beast's cave in place of his beloved. The laydown scene. The Moon Cave, a place as dark as Edo itself, served as Orochi's home. As Nagi stood bravely before the entrance, a beast appeared, eyes glowing crimson upon 8 thrashing knives. Orochi stood tall before him, anxious for another sacrifice. Nagi leapt with incredible grace, swinging his blade valiantly. On and on he sliced, well into the moonless night. But Orochi's hide was like steel. The blade left nary a scratch. At long last, Nagi, his energy spent from the intense battle, dropped to his knees, fatigued and gasping for breath. He knew he was staring death in the face. It was then that the wolf appeared. As if to protect Nagi, it stood its ground before Orochi. In the darkness of the cave, the wolf's coat shone brilliantly. Alas, it was Shiranui, the wolf that dwelled outside the village. Bearing his fearsome claws, Shiranui leapt towards Orochi. Orochi reared his terrifying heads, readying his fangs for battle. The two beasts struggled wildly, thrashing in the darkness. Mysterious and terrifying, the spectacle continued. Shiranui summoned gusts of divine wind to counter Orochi's flames. As Orochi closed in on Shiranui, sharpened claws glistening. The gigantic tree suddenly sprouted forth, shielding the wolf. Shiranui fought gallantly to gain the upper hand. However, Orochi, protected by a mystical power, was not easily bested. Shiranui, covered in gashes, majestic coat dyed crimson, stood exhausted before the mighty Orochi. Orochi saw a chance to strike, but would be the final blow. But Shiranui refused to give in. With its last ounce of strength, the majestic wolf gazed heavenward and unleashed a mighty howl. Suddenly, the black clouds overhead dissipated. The light from above glinted off Nagi's sword as a beacon of hope. Sorry about that, I had to clear my throat. Guided by his sword, Nagi, who had been taking shelter in the shadows, stood proudly to face his adversary, channeling all his strength into his scarred and battered arms. He leapt ferociously toward Orochi, his sword poised high. The golden sword danced in his hands like a puppet on a string. One by one, Orochi's fearsome heads separated from their owner. Orochi's broken body collapsed in a lake of its own blood. In that instant, a curse that plagued the villagers was lifted. As the battle subsided, the sun shone once again in the sky. Shiranui had succumbed to Orochi's poison and struggled to breathe. Nagi scooped the beast into his arms and returned to Kamiki. When they reached this village, Shiranui was no longer moving. The villager had gently stroked the wolf's head. In response, Shiranui let out a hoarse and pitiful bark, then closed its eyes and drifted off as if into slumber. Wow. Peace had at last returned to Kamiki village. In honor of Shiranui's heroic exploits, the villagers erected a shrine and placed a statue of the wolf within it. Nagi's sword was christened Tsukuyomi and placed inside the Moon Cave. The villagers all looked forward to an age of endless peace. However, this is not the end of the story. There is more to this tale than most people know. 100 years had passed since Nagi and Shiranui's heroic exploits. It happened so quickly that no one in the village even took notice. That's the legendary sword. Is that Tsukuyomi, the sword that banished the dreaded Orochi? Nah, it couldn't be. It's just a legend. Nothing but a fairy tale. Oh, you idiot. Howard. He who seeks power, he who has broken my law, beat the world. I wish darkness unto the world, utter that prayer unto me, and unleash my power. That's pretty much close. Sorry about that. I will leave you. A horrible tragedy suddenly swept over the land. However, there was one village that seemed to escape the terrible force. The tiny settlement of Okami village enjoyed the protection of a sacred tree. It is here that the real story begins. Which Christ Sakura? How troublesome! This is just like the ancient prophecy of doom. What has transpired to bring about such calamity? We must act quickly. There is no time to lose. My power has diminished over the years I've spent protecting this area. I don't have much time left in this world. Amaterasu, now is the time. We have never needed your power more. Shine your divine light upon this broken and polluted world. Let your heavenly rays become our hope as you guide us all. Here we go. Okami Amaterasu. That's divine white light. That's beauty and grace. The only one capable of such a wondrous spectacle is none other than our mother and the origin of all that is, Amaterasu. How delightful to see that the Savior whose brave sacrifice sealed away the evil demons so many years ago has not changed one bit. Seeing you emerge after so many years spent at the statue brings happiness to my heart. Amaterasu, get above you and take in the condition of the sky. Since your untimely departure from our midst, the world has succumbed to devious and vicious beasts. They have ravaged our fine and bountiful country of Nippon, but never have the circumstances been worse than they are at this very moment. Please use your powers to banish the darkness and punish those who would do us harm. What is this? Has something stolen its way into my robe? Oh my goodness, Isun. What on earth? You again?
thing. We should make a big fuss. I was just trying to make the conversation a little bit more interesting, that's all.
Yes, I'm making a low gremlin voice for him.
Are you napping in my clothes again, bud? What? I told you 1,000 times now not to call me that. I'm a wandering artist. And I'm here, sir.
Wandering artist Ishin.
I'll show you just how great I am, and it won't be long till you're bowing before my great brush.
Okay.
Well, what do you think? You're cuter than the real thing, right now?
Nah.
What's with you, Furball? You look kind of down in the dumps. Actually, you look kind of familiar. Got it! You look just like that staple cheerleader. Wow! What do you think you're doing? Are you crazy? A handsome guy like me should never be becoming a wolf slobber. You look good matching with the great Ishin. Don't make me use my fire sword, Dekomaru against you. What's the growling sound? What is so dark anyway?
Oh, great God, Amaterasu.
I gotta drink the water. Sorry.
I've used all the power I have to protect Kamiki Village.
What's that for my throat?
The village lives on. Their spirits lie encased in my fruit. Cut it free, and the village will be reborn. I trust in you. I know that you will lead us down the right path. Only your awesome power can restore life to the world.
The trees return to normal, huh? That's the clear girl, sure sense and weird stuff. The villagers' spirits are being kept inside the fruit. That's the fruit. That girl said that if you cut it down, the village will be restored. That's awfully high up there. If you don't use some kind of special power, there's no way you're gonna reach it. This darkness is really getting to me, too. A lot can happen while you're taking a nap.
I'm also trying to check how much time has gone by.
Wait. You're not really quiet all of a sudden. I don't remember any place like this in the village. We better keep our eyes peeled. You can use the map to look around. You change your point of view. Boy, you really look so helpless. You sure you're gonna be okay?
Yes, Ishin. I'm sure I'm going to be okay. And switch the controller. Not that I realize it's not that it's clunky, it's that I'm not used to it.
Gym mirror. They say once your reflection appears on its surface, your memories will be stored in the mirror for all eternity. Well, to put it shortly, you can save your progress here. And let me give you a little advice. You should save a number of games live. That way, you can always go back if you get stuck or something. Gotta be prepared, especially while you're still learning the ropes.
Save the game. I played this game a number of times on my Nintendo Switch. Oh?
Look at all those monsters waiting to be broken. If you bust them, there might be something good inside. Press the left mouse button to bust them with your head. Way to go, my furry friend. You can do anytime you see something you can break.
Alright. There we go. Got quite a bit again. Time for some jumping.
Whoa, who's in there, Furbo? Get along a bit. That chest looks mighty tempting. Let's go check it out. Getting down might be a decent hit. Press space to jump, then press space again to do a wall jump. But make sure you press it firmer so you jump really high.
There we go.
I knew you could do it. They say good luck is found in high places. So keep your eyes peeled. We don't want to miss any treasure.
You're darn right about that, Ethan. Holy Bone S. Amaterasu's favorite snack. Restores 3 units of solar energy. I need to do something real quick. That's better.
Looks like the bridge is out. This shouldn't be so hard. Did I do with it? That's kinda loud. Mind if I call you Amy? Listen, Amy, ever heard of the spirits of the brush? The brushwork has its own soul. At least that's what they say. Just watch. It takes all day to explain. A picture's worth 1,000 words, right?
Thank you, Ethan.
Nice, huh? That's a little technique I've mastered called rejuvenation. It's one of many brush techniques that use divine power. It's a brush god power that can restore broken or missing things. I practiced really hard just to master this one technique. But there are 13. Each one is the power of one of the 13 brush gods. Originally, all 13 were a single powerful deity. When the deity died, his power was split into 13 separate gods. The gods now dwell within objects all around us. God or no God, how could anyone have the power to master all 13?
Ethan, don't underestimate Amaterasu. Sorry about that, I had to clear my throat. River of the Heavens.
The River of the Heavens? You mean the fabled Stardust River? I sure don't see anything like that around here. It couldn't be that little puddle over there, could it?
Oh, I think I might need to go up here. Or maybe... Okay. Already read out that text. I think I gotta go up here. Okay. Sometimes you just gotta screw around and find out. I forgot to read there.
Hey, those stars forming a pattern, or is it just me?
They are forming a pattern.
There's one missing. That's all I just have to draw the missing star. Looks like I'm just not ready to draw missing stars. Press control to hold the brush, then press the left mouse button to draw. I should spend a heck of a lot of time practicing that.
There we go. This is where we learn how to use it. I just got confused. There we go. Here we are. A brush spear. A dragon.
Why if it isn't Mother Amaterasu?
I apologize for not contacting you sooner during these long years. Having never forgotten, Yomigami, God of Restoration, have eagerly awaited this day when we could again meet. While you were away, the dirty spirits of the brush that you once possessed, including myself, have been scattered across this land of men, and now lie in disarray. I became a constellation and managed to survive until now. The time has come for you to seek out and reunite all the techniques. Your power is what is needed to restore the dried riverbed of the heavens and renew the flow of stardust. First power, that's life.
Wow! That was Yomigami, the god of rejuvenation. Wait, are you the power of rejuvenation? Use it to restore the river of the heavens? That would mean you weren't good with a brush as yours truly. Nah, it can't be true. Who else can master this incredible god technique?
Oh boy, I'm about to find out. First, I'm gonna break all these jars and get all that stuff I need.
Why not join some stardust to get the river flowing again? Nah, it's one thing to fix a bridge, but fixing a starry river? There's no way you can pull off a stunt like that. Pull off a stunt like that.
There we go. I can't see.
River Stardust! This really must be the river of the heavens. But what I really want to know is who the tech drew the darn thing.
Me. And that is Amaterasu. I need to try and find the gate fix too. That's better. Oh. I need to fix the rest. I didn't realize I hadn't been all fixed. There we go. I think. Oh, the death. There. Now we can get over here. You obtained the actual pouch. Sorry about that, I had to clear my throat.
Look what you think, Furball! This apple pouch here is amazing! It can swallow up lots of food! When it's full, it can refine its owner if he or she does. Let's start feeding it with whatever food we can find around.
Agreed. Okay. Orange. Orange with sharp citrus taste. Fills actual pouch a little bit. Nice. Making sure I didn't miss anything over there. I'll go ahead and grab all this. Apple. Nectar filled sour apple. Fills astral pouch a little bit. Peach. Juicy and fragrant peach. Fills astral pouch a little bit. Alright. We get to another save state. Are the save states. I'm not trying to get to another one. Doughy balls made from grain. Fills astral pouch a little bit. Didn't want to try to get to another origin mirror so I can save the game and see how long this video has been going on for. So I forgot to set a timer, and I didn't figure out how to get the game to minimize.
Is this a legendary shrine? We must be in the cave of Nagi. The legendary here in Nagi is enshrined here. He vanquished evil 100 years ago with the help of the White Wolf. Sure enough. First of all, I haven't found this place. Where the heck are we, Furbo? Boy, this place is a wreck. See? That sword's in really bad shape. The guys sure didn't do much to protect this place.
Hold on, I think I should put it down. Never mind, I did not figure it out. That's what they were put into a pause state. Okay. There.
That really is your flashback all this time. Exactly who are you anyway? Hey, there's another constellation. This one looks like a...
Oversized sword.
Well. Brilliant Mother Amaterasu. It's been a long time. But with all these monsters around, the only place I could hide was in this shrine dedicated to an ancient hero. If there's anything I can do to assist you in your endeavors, I'm at your service. Make good use of this sword, as it was designed to conquer evil.
Hey, that was the god Tachigami. Match with the power slash technique. Wait a minute. If you're getting all these powers, then you're just like that shit anyway. You know, the wolf who fought and died alongside the great Nagi. When Shiranui died, the wolf's power was split into the 13 voice gods. This is crazy. Shiranui and Nagi? You're just like the legend. Well, anyway, I've never seen this power slash technique myself. How about showing your stuff off on that border over there? Let me see you slice it in half by drawing a single line. I won't believe it to see. What? I didn't think you had it in you, Furbo. I'm in the same league as you. Guess I really overestimated myself. Hey, Furbo. Amaterasu. I'm reading my mind. If you're Shiranui reborn, then that means you can master all 13 techniques, right? In that case, I think I'll tag along until I'm as good as you. Lucky you. There's no use trying to change my mind. There's no stopping me once I've made a decision. Enough about me. Now you've mastered the power slash. You should cut down that thing Sakura was talking about. Let's go back and give it a shot.
Plastic camera angle being clunky. There we go. Boom. I cut down a couple trees as well. Holy cow.
What the? Where'd that come from? Oh, whatever. Try first to ask questions later, right? You're the fucking instrument you're on your back. Well, press the left mouse button to use its power against that. Look at me. Once you come up down and turn them black and white, they're easy place for your brush. You're gonna run next thing you put on. Put your brush and give him a power slash.
Fang forged in a demonic hatred, beautiful and deadly. stone. I had to clear my throat again, sorry. Let's go cut that peach. And on. Great. Ginseng, I almost said carrot. Roots bursting with nutrients. Fills astral pouch a little bit. Another human thing. Potato. Dry but satisfyingly flavorful. Fills astral pouch a little bit. Gourd. Vegetable with many uses. Fills astral pouch a little bit. Alright. Let's go. Cut that peach down. That yelling was my brother-in-law. I think he's trying to get my nephew to bed. My nephew is a little rascal. A little rascal that deserves love and care, but still a little rascal nonetheless. I've drawn these faces, but I missed. Radish. Pure white spherical vegetable. Fills astral pouch a little bit. There we go. That's better. Orchard mirror. Wait, hold on. Probably saying to after I touch that peach thing. Voila! Oh! I had to clear my throat, sorry. Place has been restored.
Village has been restored. Hakuya came through big time. She really was protecting the village. I sure wish I could spend more time in her garage, if you know what I mean. But seriously, with monsters running around and all, the village could still be in danger. Let's go see how they're all doing down there.
Well, first, I'm gonna find an origin mirror. Well, looks like there might be. Never mind, I found an origin mirror. Oh, but he's still going for stone.
What in the world? I remember there being a statue here. Oh, whatever. Let's go talk to the villagers.
We're still stoned. Not stoned, stone.
Hey, there's a statue here too. But the villagers are getting done. There's not one of the smaller liquors wants to start looking about. But one that's gotta be on to something much bigger. Let's hurry up and find somebody with the pulse around here. Okay, guess we start moving. Everyone here was perfectly fine just a few hours ago. There's definitely something strange going on around here. The village is back. What's up with this dark sky? Maybe it's dark outside the village too? Let's find some high ground so we can take a look.
Agreed. Now after we get the sun restored, I'll look for a, I don't know, a statue or something. Maybe a statue.
What? 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 I'll look for a
or an origin mirror. I just got carried away with this first video. I liked it because I like this game. Yes, yes, I know, Ethan.
This is bad. There's something not even shiny. It's as black as not as far as the eye can see. Not a single villager can move a muscle. Is it some kind of curse? Or monster do this? It's not gonna stay like this forever, is it? Only the sun will have to light the way. If you could draw a circle in the sky, we'd have ourselves a sun.
Excuse me. Sorry about that.
But that'd be impossible, even for a guy like you. Maybe you better seek out another brush guy for help. Of course, if you had that kind of power from the start, that'd be a different story.
You were saying?
What the? Come to think of it, your name is Amaterasu. That's the name of the sun god. So it followed that you had the sunrise technique from the start. With it, you could even turn night into day. What? You're no longer the male god, that's for sure. Floating brush is like music from the heavens. That's a line from one of my grandfather's poems. He felt a skilled artist, but like a musician of shape and color. Since you're such a great artist yourself, why would you even brushwork onto that poem of his? It's called Celestial Brush. After all, the brush did bring out the sun. Well, let's go back to the village. We gotta see if the villagers back to normal now.
Who are you? Village Elder Mr. Orange. A white wolf. Not the one who fought that terrible creature with Nagi. You couldn't possibly be the legendary Shiranui. No, it can't be. That story is 100 years old. Still, you look a lot like that statue of Shiranui. On the other hand, don't play as smart. Whoa, no need to growl like that. Can you really understand what I'm saying? Well, I'm not one to mince words. I just state the facts. She's not growling at you, friend. She's growling at them. What's this sudden chill down my spine? Had to get a drink of water.
Let him talk for a while. Those are the monsters that bring living these countries. They sneak into villages and cause all sorts of trouble. That's right for a while. This is a job for my trusty sword back on Earth.
She used him to swat them away and then tossed him to safety. Follow. All four wings. Goes by Valentine's ink follow. Take that. Okay, not to get a thing here.
Aggressive when you're mad, don't you? Hey, you got yourself some friends. And look, the other dried-up spring began flowing again. That was living in an area of monsters restores the god's power to the land. People call it divine intervention.
Excuse me, sorry about that.
The longer you restore the land to its natural beauty, the more praise you'll get. It's the source of your power. Few people believe in gods these days. Not very weak in you, but if you try real hard, the true power will just might shine through. But boy, there's sure been a lot of monsters around lately. Now Mr. Orange talks Up on a secret deck? Looks like he thinks you're a regular wolf. Seems the guys have grown so weak people can't see them anymore. Anyway, I'll show you around the village. Feeling ready for an epic adventure. This should be fun, Furball.
Alright, time to find an orange from here. Freshly roasted seed-loving animals can't resist.
Why, you little big devil? Look at the sweet grub you found. Hey, wait, this is animal food. Still, we just save it to get the animal. That's usually when we try to approach animals later. Something good might come out of it using it the right way. No doubt I'm sure what is that?
I accidentally left click too fast. Too long of dialogue and using that voice to choke my throat. Let's press the F1 to open a fan menu. While the fan menu is open, you can check and use the items you have. There's other things you can do that too. The fan menu is a key to a successful adventure. Okay. I have 20. Spirit Globe S. Okay. I'm just trying to get to an origin mirror right now, so I can save my game. Check to see how long it's been. Oh, they sure know you. Oh no. Go to the origin mirror in the tree. There it is. Oh wow, it's been 53 minutes, alright. Well, in that case, I'll take it out of this tree. Actually, I'm going to be starting over from that origin mirror. In that case, I'm going to end the video here for now. I'm 71579. And until next time, have a nice day and stay safe.